of the Loop. My name is Leanna, and today we are checking out the Muramatsu EX. This flute is completely handmade. It is also a solid silver head joint, and it has a silver plated body as well as silver keys. It has a sort of a neat pad system. This one has the Lotus system pads because those were made in response to the Straubinger pads. So they're a sort of unique, different take on the pad system. So we're gonna test out this flute, see what it sounds like. Have to find my place there. Okay, right off the bat, I can tell you that I'm adjusting to this flute because it is some silver, but not completely solid. So my airstream is pushing it faster than it wants to go. So if I want to get the best possible sound out of this, I need to adjust my angle pretty strongly. But first, let's test it out with a chromatic scale without me talking through it. Okay, so generally speaking, very, very easy to play. It speaks super, super quick. Let's see how it does on a couple of tunes. So I'm gonna start off with a little melodic tune. So we're gonna play a little bit of Bizet's Carmen, just to see how she sings. So. Really lovely up in the high range. It's definitely a brighter sound, and so if you like things like that classic flute sound, the sort of Galway, Rampal era flute, this might be the flute for you. It's definitely got a lot of sparkle up in there. So let's try something a little bit more virtuosic, just to see how the action goes. So I'm gonna play a little snippet of the Mendelssohn Midsummer's Night's Dream. This is one of my favorite etudes to test a flute on. It's not necessarily one of my favorite etudes to play because it is quite difficult, but that makes it good for testing. That was user error and not flute error. Okay, so very quick in response. The action is a little bit higher than I'm used to, so my fingers are going to have to come down a little bit quicker than I was expecting, but the tongue response is really nice and fast, so that is pretty sweet. Okay, so to combine them all together, we're going to add the virtuosic with the melodic, and we're going to play a little bit of everybody's favorite. We're going to do some Daphnis, just to see a little virtuosity, a little bit of the melodic thing, but also to see how much tone color we can get out of this baby. We've already said that it can get quite bright, but let's see if we can get dark too. range. Admittedly, I wanted to push it harder into the dark than I could get. You probably heard that on the C sharp. The more I push into that, the more it kind of wants to break, so that's not really the colors that it wants to go for, but it does pale in an incredibly delicate way. And that's quite beautiful. So if you like the sort of bright, classic, shimmering colors, this Muramatsu may be for you. So big thank you to FluteWorks for sponsoring this video. If you want to try this flute yourself, go ahead and give them a call or an email and set up a time to test it yourself.